I think I should start by reminding you that the biggest challenge you have as a profession hasn't been discussed yet, and I was hoping it would come up in this previous panel. You're very close to the center of gravity, so I'd like to understand how this profession is going to exist in an era of alternative facts. So should be very interesting to watch all that. The CAQ was formed in 2007. It's about the same time I arrived at the NACD, and I retired last Wednesday. That's why I'm the former. And if you don't know Pete Gleason, Pete, would you stand up? Pete is the new CEO. He looks a lot older than me, but that's another subject. When I thought about today, what I thought about was actually Dr. Seuss, and Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And I can remember, Cindy, the first time you and I connected, we were doing something at the NACD on audit advisory councils, and I asked Cindy to stand up, I don't know if you remember this or not, to introduce both CAQ, and no one in the room had heard of the CAQ, and Cindy Fernelli. So just think about all the places that we have gone since then. It has really been phenomenal. All that change occurred with Cindy at the helm, so it's been absolutely fantastic. I've been asked to speak about collaboration, so I went back to take a look at the overarching mission of the CAQ, and that is to enhance investor confidence and public trust in the global capital markets. So how better than collaboration? In fact, I looked up the definition of collaboration. I found it to be interesting. They said collaboration is about working together to cooperate, and this is the part I really like, Cindy, usually willingly. So I must have got into the coercion part. I don't know how that actually happened. So why collaboration? So I can think of 5 really important things for collaboration. 1, it provides leverage to each of the participants. 2, it optimizes the strength of each participant. 3, and maybe this is the most important piece perhaps, it compresses time. Rather than doing things sequentially, you're doing them simultaneously, so that's a big deal. And it does advance the discussion of critical issues, but maybe 5, the most important piece is, and this is very critical I think, enhances the quality of the discussion. So Cindy asked me to talk a little bit about the anti-fraud collaboration group. It's got 4 members, CAQ, the NACD, FEI, and the IAD. You can tell I'm from Washington, I can only speak in acronyms and initials. And what could be more aligned with the CAQ mission? You know, fraud is really the shortcut to destroying confidence and trust. And that's why I think this particular collaboration was so particularly important and so kind of at the crosshairs of what CAQ is all about. So what was the product of this collaboration? Well, we've had webinars, webcasts, case studies, there's content for professional development and conference events, there's numerous reports and important articles, and I can report today that literally tens of thousands have enjoyed these materials. The NACD uses them for our education venues. We put about 20,000 directors a year through one of our education venues. We distribute the materials and we include them in our magazine Directorship, as well as report on them in the Directors Daily. So the result, in my view, of this collaboration has been exactly what Cindy started out to think about. That is, we want to make people way more aware of what in the world is going on here. We want them to better understand what's going on, and we want the result of that to be far more diligence. And I think that's what exactly we have from an audit committee perspective, and perhaps from a profession standpoint, but certainly from an investor standpoint, we have a lot more diligence around the issue. I think it's a classic ripple effect, aligned, and this is very important, aligned with the CAQ's mission. So myself, as a member of this collaboration, I want to thank the CAQ for putting it together, and I want to thank the CAQ for standing behind it. I think they did a terrific job with it. Thanks.